Monica doesn't have a good spirit. She doesn't. They started to put up Monica and C Murda, right? That shit started to circulate more and more. Even more so than his own story. What's up, everybody? It's your girl B Octavia, and I am back with another video. Welcome to my channel. If you do not know me, my name is B Octavia. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Washington, D.C. These earrings that I have in currently are from Empress Hair Solutions, or I should just start saying Empress Solutions. They have these new earrings on there and they have different styles. Now this is the queen, you know what I'm saying, because Queen Bee, duh, right? They have princess ones. They have just a variety of earrings over there. So make sure you go over there and support black owned, like for real. And of course, I can't leave here without talking about my own Crush on You beauty. I have lip gloss. I have added new ones to the site, lip scrubs, earrings, and bracelets. So make sure that if you have anyone in your family that loves any of the things that I mentioned, to go over there and check it out. It's about to be gifting season, so you already know exactly what it is. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about Monica. I wanted to talk about C Murda. Like, I don't want to keep saying C Murda and we trying to free him, right? That's not a good name to keep mentioning. So let's just put it like, I'm gonna keep saying C Murda because that's the only thing that's popping up in my head right now. That's ignorant, but anyways. So I'll be talking about Monica, C Murda, Master P, and Kim Kardashian. Now, if y'all don't know who any of these people are, Master P is Bout It. C Murda is his brother. We got Monica, she is a singer from the 90s. And Kim Kardashian, everybody know who that is, unfortunately. Now, her father, Robert Kardashian, I feel like he was the real dude. You know what I'm saying? If he was still alive, none of them would have turned out like that. But anyways, I can't say. Her father helped OJ get acquitted. OJ was his client in the case of Nicole Brown. So, what I'm going to say is, I don't really care for Monica, you know. Let me just start it off like that. And I'll explain that, but let's talk about C Murda. Now, he, along with his brother, was grinding in the 90s. You know, they was making a lot of money. I believe C Murda was a popular rapper at the time of his arrest. And he was arrested for a murder. And it might have been a double murder. I'm sorry. I'm really out of whack right now. Like, I don't feel like complaining. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm talking a little weird, my wisdom tooth is acting up and it's just a mess. But I'm a little out of whack, but I still got to do this. Like, this is what I do. So, I'm dedicated no matter what. So, back to my point, C Murda was in prison for a long time. He has been in prison for a very long time. And the whole time, his family and a lot of people all around the world have felt like he is innocent. I haven't looked at the details of the case myself, but I do know that a couple of the quote-unquote witnesses in this case did recant their statement, and they think that he is innocent. Their reasons being, you know, the police basically coerced them into agreeing to what they wanted, you know, the witness statement to say. That happens a lot in time, so I haven't looked through the details of the case, like I said, and I will. You know, I won't continue to be ignorant, and it's more than being ignorant to the situation, you know. It's not being totally aware, and I do apologize, and I don't want to keep bouncing back and forth anyways. So he has been in prison for a very long time, like I did say, and during this time there has been some moves, you know, as far as Master P and them trying to get him out, and those moves have been unsuccessful. But in the recent years, there have been talks of trying to get him out more aggressively, and that is coming from the family, that is coming from news coverage and his lawyers, etc. That has not come from Monica. Let me tell you why I do not care for Monica. I sense that she has a bad spirit, and I can't put my finger, well, I technically can put my finger on why, because a family member of mine did come in contact with Monica, and unfortunately had my sister, my older sister, with him, and the experience, the meet and greet, the signing of the CDs just went left. It went left with her attitude, and we are the type of people that just react, you know what I'm saying, and not so much as like fuck shit up or, you know, anything like that, but when we get mad, it tends to cause a scene as far as our ability to be vocal. You know, he didn't have a problem with telling her that her attitude was shitty. Now, him telling me that, I believed him, you know, and it only became more prevalent as I seen different interviews, and, you know, I seen just how her attitude and how she exposed it, how snappy she was, and how she is today. The versus battle. I mean, it was people that was dragging her, and I salute those people that's not scared and that don't see a person's work in the past and give them a pass on their attitude being shitty. It's no excuse. You got that chip on your shoulder, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's not my problem. But people expose themselves, right? So in people exposing themselves, I seen a lot in the versus battle that I didn't like. I seen a lot of fuckery and fake shit that I just wouldn't want to sit there and tolerate. And I salute Brandy for that. That's a true queen. People say, what is a true queen? What is a queen? What is a queen to me? She handled that like a queen. I would have got up and fucking left. I'm not going to do that. And then you sit up there and act stank the whole time, right? You act stank the whole time. And then when C Murda's part comes up, you want to get up and dance? I would have got up and left. I don't want to call it, I don't want to call myself a queen. I want to call myself a real person. You know, I react. I'm not going to sit there and just tolerate bullshit. I've done that a lot. And I don't like her spirit. I feel like, let's just be honest, and I'm going to be honest. I feel like I've always been a good judge of character, and sometimes I ignore that. And when I don't ignore that, I'm right. You know, when I do ignore it, I get caught up in some whole bullshit. and I need to not ignore it. Monica doesn't have a good spirit. She doesn't. And the simple fact that I peeped, you know what it started with? It started with those Instagram pages that put up the 90s nostalgia and the early 2000s nostalgia, those photos, and they started to put up Monica and Murda, right? And that shit started to circulate more and more, even more so than his own story, even more so than the importance of him being freed. Free Murda. People wasn't saying that. People still not saying that. It's half and half. People celebrating the love that once was. Fuck that. Fuck that. Is he guilty or not? Isn't that what we all here for? No. Monica is not here for that. And Kim Kardashian is not here for that. Those are two females that follow the wave. Those are two females that like to be talked about in the media. Do they have the best attitudes? No. An image is one thing. Perception is reality. I'm not going to ignore that. I'm not going to ignore the truth that I see in your eyes. I don't see these women as truthful women. I stand behind black women as a black woman. But just like I'm black, period, I'm not going to let no shit slide from my race or no race. It's not going down. I call bullshit. I'm on Master P's side. He said a lot of things that I agreed with, and then he apologized, which, you know, I understood, because you don't want it to seem like an attack when it's a black man against a black woman, or even a black man against a black man, or a black woman against a black woman. But at the same time, I'm not scared of anybody to feel that way, and I'm not scared to explain why I said what I said. I see race. I appreciate and love my own. But I'm not scared to tell you where I believe you went wrong or where you was right. But moving forward, I'm on Master P's side. Everything he said was correct. That's his brother. That's his brother, and you doing all this clout chasing shit. Now, you may not see it that way because she's an older female. But just like 50 Cent clout chase, and he what, 50? He like 50 something, right? She clout chasing too. Listen to what I'm saying. Wearing a jacket, this is the backwards ass shit that's going on in the black community and everywhere. Wearing a jacket or a shirt or a hat that says free your loved one is not going to get them free. What you're going to have to do is put the work in to really get them free. Free them? You talking about freedom. What if my cousin was Michael Myers and I'm saying free him, I'm wearing the shirts, I'm whatever, right? Or that was my baby daddy. Fuck it, right? He done killed so many people. They stacking shit up against him. I'm still saying free him. But this not the same scenario. But you see what I'm saying? It's a difference from me wearing a shirt than to actually put that work in to make it so that everybody sees that he's innocent. And especially in the eyes of the government. In the eyes of the law. By jury or whatever the fuck. I just definitely feel like it's not genuine, and I'll get into what I feel on Kim K being a lawyer in general in a whole nother video, but let me just sum it up with this. I don't see Kim Kardashian's moves as genuine at all, seeing as though she's had a lot of plastic surgery and was scamming people to get millions from waist trainers and all that shit. I don't like the tactics and the strategies. I don't feel like it's safe for any young girl to idolize that type of shit. You will get robbed and put down on the floor of your hotel room just like she did, and worse will happen to you. I don't even think that really happened, but nonetheless, you know, I don't see her as a genuine person. If she did want to get into being a lawyer, I feel like, you know, being as though her father passed away so many years ago, I feel like she would have did that then to honor her father. You wasn't concerned about that. And I just, you know, when you talk about honor and respect, especially respecting the dead and respecting the people that came before you and paved the way. And I'm pissed off when I say paved the way, because so many people don't have that. They don't have that guidance. They don't have a person to wholeheartedly look up to and respect in every way of life and even of death, being as though he died from cancer. I don't respect her. And if she really wanted to get Murda out, she would have had that on her agenda before. I have a lot of different emotions going on right now, so I do apologize, but I will get into this in a whole nother video. I'll go get myself together. It's your girl B Octavia, and I will see y'all in my next video.